I am a wanted man. That's not easy to say. I have a bounty on my head. Part of me knows that I am protected and that they won't get me. And part of me knows that I really can't take that for granted. In my business, you live one day at a time. I like it that way. I like it very much. Because one thing that I discovered is it's best to live life not knowing whether this breath is your last. It's just seconds ticking away. My body is tense. Like, I can't relax. That's the price. That's a thrill to know that every breath could be your last. It's thrilling. I'd like everybody to experience that, really. But it's also terrifying. I really appreciate the passage of time. I'm very particular about the passage of time. I collect time. I savor seconds. I mean, an assassin's bullet could go right through my skull any moment. So I taste minutes. I taste them. I relish hours. And if I get a full day, it's like an orgasm. I don't know that I'm waking up tomorrow. Someone could snuff me in my sleep. Smother me with a pillow. I used to be part of a secretive group when I didn't quite know how to handle it. Assassins Anonymous. Yeah, I know. It's like a 12-step program. Except that they know better than to try to get you out of it. They don't frame being an assassin like being an addict. They just know that you need help. You need help coming to terms with your lifestyle, because they know that we can't just walk away. We're always on the clock. And if we walk away, that's the end. So there is no walking away. It's strange to go to these meetings and sit in a circle and look at all these other assassins. Hey. What's up, man? Didn't you try to kill me? I think that was you. Same body language. Maybe. I don't remember. Maybe I tried to kill you before. What was your bounty? I don't know what my bounty was. What was my bounty? You tell me. Well, are you the kind of guy who gets a bounty of more than $1 million or less than $1 million? If it's less than $1 million, I wasn't sent to kill you. Well, the last bounty was $5 million. Yeah, that was probably me who tried to kill you. Well, it's good to see you here. Having a hard time adjusting. My shot, the trigger finger is just a little bit off, so I figured I might need to get some help. Okay. Yeah, I noticed your trigger finger was a little bit off. Yeah, I noticed that about you. Well, I hope you figure that out. Why? If I figure it out, I'll probably just kill you. No, I don't think we'll be crossing paths again. No, I don't think so. If you say so, man. Hey, Doc. How do I fix my trigger finger? Well, first you need to just really come to accept the anxiety that is present when you're carrying out an assassination. Alright. Doc, I've never felt anxious before when I was assassinating somebody, so I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to do. I wouldn't even say that I'm necessarily anxious when I'm trying to pull the trigger on somebody, but I guess that's my problem. Yes, have you thought about sharing this problem with your fellow assassins? Maybe some of them have some wisdom to share with you. Well, you strike me as a kind of a tight-lipped crowd. The only one who's bothering to talk to me is the guy I tried to assassinate. What's your secret, man? What do you do? Oh, well, you know, it's... You pull the trigger on the exhale. Yeah, I know that. It's not working for me. My aim is off. Doc here thinks it's anxiety. Why do you think it's anxiety? It's anxiety for all of the assassins who come here. They don't know how to hold the fear anymore. So it starts to detract from their efficiency, in particular their aim or their knife game. Even their hand-to-hand combat suffers. Well, listen, Doc, I need to fix this problem. Because I've got an assignment. I can't botch the assignment. I need to get over this anxiety, Doc. Okay, well, I completely understand. Everybody here is supporting you. No, I don't think so. No, we are... Listen, out there, you may be trying to assassinate one another, but in here, you're family. Okay? I tried to kill that guy. I don't think that... I don't think he thinks I'm family. I think he does. Do you find him to be family? Is he like a brother to you? No, Doc. He took a $5 million bounty to take me out. He's not my brother. Listen, everybody. This is a very good learning moment for everybody in the circle. Just listen to me. Whatever you're doing out there, you need to let it go. Okay? I understand that you're trying to kill each other and make millions of dollars, but what's happening is if you are unable to let go of the anxiety in here, in this supportive circle where we are family, there's no way you're going to be able to assassinate each other out there. You're going to be, well, dysfunctional. You can't be great assassins if you are overcome by anxiety. So in here, you got to let all that go. Whatever you people are doing out there, it has nothing to do with what we're doing in here. By the end of these sessions, I want you to feel like family. Brothers and sisters, okay? The way that you're going to overcome your anxiety as individuals is to support one another in this loving environment. And then when you leave the circle and you leave this building, then you can kill each other all you want. Okay? Then you will be more efficient killers because you won't be overwhelmed by the anxiety. We have to get to the bottom of things. We have to understand why exactly you are so anxious. Why are you so anxious? You're first. I don't know why I'm anxious, Doc. Well, do you have some childhood wounding? I mean, it's not exactly a normal profession. Skulking around under the cover of night and putting bullets in people's heads. So there may be a little bit of childhood trauma there to heal. Yeah, maybe. I've got a question for you, Doc. See this guy over here? He's a real target. He comes in here, the first thing I think about is I gotta get rid of him. Especially because he knows I'm trying to get rid of him. No offense, brother. No, none taken, brother. We're family in here. We're family. Go ahead, Doc. Go ahead. Well, do you two have a personal beef? I might have a little bit of a beef, yeah. Took out a bounty on my head. I think that might have a little beef. But I know we're professionals. I'm a professional. He's a professional, so I think that as long as we're here, we can heal. Put the past behind us and get a clean slate so that when we leave here, we can basically take each other out with a clean conscience without all the anxiety. Well, that's perfect. So what is the anxiety that you feel? What brought you to Assassins Anonymous? I don't know why I'm alive, Doc. I'm a really good killer. Yeah, I saw John Wick, and I just knew that that's what I needed to do with my life. You saw the movie John Wick and you became an assassin? Yeah. I became an assassin after I watched John Wick. Oh. Well, okay, you must have gotten pretty good pretty quick. Yeah, I had a lot of different training before. It's just a minor adjustment. Okay. But now that's not working out for you? No. Well, do tell, why did you become an assassin? What was it that drew you to the trade? I don't know. Well, you must know. I think it's because when you are killing, receiving money, always on the run, you know what life is about. But of course, that takes its toll. It's like adrenal fatigue. You're just constantly on. Can't ever turn off. I think my friend here would understand that, right, brother? Yeah. Yeah. I lost everything, so I didn't have anything to lose. I suppose that personal, man, when I took that bounty out on you. $5 million is a lot. And you're obviously a problem. Assassins don't typically go after assassins. Well, we kind of do, actually. Well, yes, that's my understanding, that you two would actually go at each other after you finish this meeting, so I want to make sure that everything in this meeting is very clean and that you guys are on good terms. Doc, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know why it's important for me to be on good terms with him. I must put a bullet in his brain. It's really important for both of you to see the human being in the other, to see each other as human beings, because if you see each other as an object, that creates anxiety inside you. Yeah, but Doc, that's exactly how we do our job. I cannot be seeing him as my brother. Everything you're trying to teach us in here actually goes against the code. If I start caring for this guy, how can I take him out? How can I collect my bounty? What I'm saying to you is that if you're able to see each other as humans first, then that actually humanizes you. So what you gentlemen, and perhaps all of you assassins, don't really understand is that when you objectify other people, namely your targets, you are objectifying yourself. And that's creating a tremendous anxiety in you because you're just not intimate with you. You don't know you. You're alienated from you. And eventually, that shows up as symptoms, and that shows up in your trigger figure, and you cannot get the accuracy that you need in taking out your subject, because your subject is nothing more than an object, which means that you are objectifying you when you objectify your target. So the efficiency is a diminishing return over time. It takes its toll on your soul. Tell me if all of you understand that notion, that it's necessary that while you're here in this circle, that you become connected. You become connected with one another. Because when you connect with one another, you can connect with yourself. And then when you leave here, you'll be a much more effective assassin because you won't have all that anxiety because you're not disconnected from you. I have been coaching assassins for 20 years now. About 20 years. And they always reach the point that you've reached. And I feel a lot of compassion for assassins because I know how hard it is. Wait a minute, Doc. Were you an assassin? I don't go into my past too much, but let's put it this way, I do know what you're going through. Okay. What am I going through? You're fighting back tears. And you don't know how to do your job when you're about to cry. How do you know that I'm about to cry? You can just see it. It's the way that you carry yourself. You can't be an assassin if you're always fighting back tears. Why am I always fighting back tears? That should be obvious. It's not obvious. How can you go out and kill all these people and not have all the karmic repercussions? Eventually you have to come and find healing in order for you to do your job. What if I get so healed I don't want to assassinate anybody anymore? I want to walk away. Well, I wish that were possible for you and your friend here, but it's not. It's not possible for anyone here. Why? Why can't I walk away? But once you pull the trigger for the first time, and you experience how alive you feel in taking another person's life, you are caught in an extreme paradox, and there's no other paradox quite like it. You feel most alive taking life. And if you were to walk away, you wouldn't be feeling alive anymore. Which means that you would be completely haunted and obliterated by all the life that you've taken. So you have to take more life so that you can avoid the guilty conscience of all the lives that you've taken. And so that creates the shaky trigger feeling that all of you end up coming to me for. And I can't heal you. I can only make you more efficient assassins. Healing you would mean you wouldn't assassinate any more people. But if I did that, you'd kill yourself. And not only would you kill yourself, you'd probably kill a lot of other people too on your way down. People who don't deserve it. At least now you're killing people who might actually deserve it. Because they're bad people, and you're being contracted to kill bad people. But unfortunately, you've become bad. So I need to help you develop a healthy relationship with being a bad person. Doug, are you calling me bad? I can't even hold my tears, and you're actually calling me bad? You're killing people for a living. I'm killing bad people for a living, Doug. Yeah. Okay, I understand. This is where we can't continue along this line of inquiry because there's no healing. I need healing. I can't do my job unless I'm healed. Hey, Doug, I have a question if I can. While you two were talking, I was thinking, if we're bad, can we just get healthy by accepting that we're bad? Isn't that really what it all comes down to? Just accepting us for who we are? Accepting ourselves? Yeah. Okay, Doc. I really don't know how I can do that. If I know that I'm bad for killing bad people, that I'm effectively an agent of evil for eradicating evil, I can justify it. But my conscience isn't appeased. Like I know. So how can I get my healing? Well, as both of you have pointed out, it's extremely difficult, but you need your healing in order to be effective assassins. If you don't get your healing, you won't be effective assassins, and then you'll get depressed, and then you'll be very dangerous assassins. The healthier you are, the more effective you will be, the less damage that you will cause. Are you absolutely sure? Am I absolutely sure? Are you absolutely sure that the two of us can't just leave and stop assassinating people altogether? No, you think you have it bad now with your shaky trigger finger? And your night terrors? It will be a living hell if you stop. This is deeper than an addiction. Addiction could possibly be stopped, but what you have cannot be. And I'm sorry that you two gentlemen have to hear this from me, but I've been doing this for 2 decades. You can't walk away. Can you help us walk away? No. Can't be done. What if the two of us were... What if we teamed up together and supported one another and came in here and got support from you and just made sure that we didn't kill again? No, it won't work. See, that's the problem, Doc. You tell someone like me, you tell me that I can't do something and I'm gonna do it. Okay. How are you gonna do it? I don't know. Maybe the two of us could just, rent an apartment together and support each other. It's like we would be withdrawing from heroin or something like that. I understand. The problem is that you're both going to be going into withdrawal at the same time. And you're both going to have to get regular jobs where none of the people there understand you or your past. And if they knew anything about you, they would be terrified. And you would get fired and you'd go from job to job to job. And you'd have to completely isolate yourself and not tell people anything about you, anything deep. Just superficial. That's all. Meanwhile, as you're emptying trash, because now you're garbage man, you're gonna see all the dead people everywhere. All the souls. All the people that you've killed. You'll see their souls. Don't their souls just go on? I don't think we're going to be seeing people's souls, Doc. Souls don't hang around. What are you gonna say? You will be projecting them. Wherever you go, there's a record of what you've done. It will be projected. You open up the garbage can right when you pull up the lid. The soul of someone you assassinated will be right there looking up at you. You'll slam the lid down. But you won't be able to forget what you just saw. You will be haunted. Okay? So you're saying that we're just never gonna be able to move on?
all those souls, they will come for you. Okay. Why aren't they coming for us now? We're both standing here talking to you, and I don't see any souls coming for us. Because you're not projecting them. I don't get it. Everything you've done has been recorded in your soul. When you stop assassinating people for a living and your conscience kicks in, that's when the projection begins. Right now, your conscience hasn't kicked in. It's completely suppressed, and you're just getting the thrill, the adrenaline, the dopamine, all of that stuff. You're getting all the neurochemical cocktails. You're still drugged out on assassination, still intoxicated. Once that's gone, your conscience kicks on. The projections begin, and the ghosts are everywhere. Okay. What do you think? Well, I can't really grasp it. What's so bad about being haunted by ghosts? Why is that such a thing that's so bad? Well, because you got a conscience at that point. Right now you don't. Right now all you have is poor performance and anxiety. So what you're telling me is this anxiety that the two of us have is just so overwhelming that we're going to continue to botch our assignments. Yes. You're going to botch lots of assignments. Your anxiety is catching up with you. Okay. So there's no walking away from this. And in our current trajectory, we're just gonna keep fucking up. Which ultimately is gonna mean that we're gonna be taken out. Probably not by each other. Maybe by one of these people. Who were quietly listening and taking notes. Assassins. You gotta take notes on everything, don't you? Alright, so looks like me and my brother have to go forward and just keep on keeping on. Gotta heal this shaky trigger finger. Okay, Doc. Tell me how we do that. Yeah. You have to accept that both of you are in a state of living hell It's worse than addiction. You have to keep doing what you're doing in order to not succumb to your conscience. But the more you do what you're doing, the greater your debt. And you will have to pay that debt. Every debt comes due. Every debt. What debt? Oh, it's the debt of killing. The debt of killing so many people. Doc, these are bad people that we're killing. We're not just evil people out there killing. We are being hired. We're being hired by good people to take out bad people. So I don't know what debt that we're creating. We're actually taking out the trash. And I resent the idea that I'm creating debt that I've got to pay. So maybe we need a new frame, Doc, because that frame is not working for me. You are taking out evil people. And these are assignments from good people. Yeah. Do the victims have families? Yeah, pretty much. All of them. Do the families of these victims think that the victims are bad and evil? Well, no, they don't. But they don't know what we know. What you know. What our superiors know. What do your superiors know? That these people are evil. And they gotta go. But you don't know what your superiors know. You're just taking it for granted that these superiors are good people and they have the right information that determines these other people are evil. Yeah. That's our assumption. And so, when he was assigned to assassinate you, he thought you were evil. I don't know, you'd have to ask him. Okay. When you were assigned to assassinate him, did you think he was evil? And that's pretty much the unspoken assumption, yeah. If my superiors are giving me an assignment to assassinate someone, I just suppose that my superiors have deemed that person evil and it's time for them to be assassinated, yes. Okay. But now that you're talking to him here in Assassination Anonymous, do you think he's evil? Not now, no. Okay. What's changed? That I got to know him a little bit. Yeah. So if your superior said to you tomorrow, hey, we want you to assassinate him, Would you be able to do it? Well, I don't know. Maybe, probably, yeah. If I got this shaky trigger finger figured out, I might be able to. Really? Maybe. I can't say what tomorrow will bring, what it will be. Everything's different from day to day, you know? But you wouldn't forget your time together here in this circle. What are you shrugging about? I don't know. Well, you know that he's not evil. You actually know that you two are very, very much alike. And that you're only able to assassinate him because your superiors tell you that he's evil. But you don't even know anything about him, and you don't know what information your superiors have or don't have, do you? No. So how do you know whether he's really evil? I don't know. And all the people that you've killed, how do you know that they were evil? Because my superiors told me that they were evil. But now that you see that your fellow assassin is not an evil person, then it just calls into question whether all those other people you assassinated successfully were evil. Well, he is evil. Oh. Yeah, he's an assassin. Okay. Does that mean you're evil too? Yeah. Yeah, I'm evil, Doc. So if someone told you to assassinate yourself because you were evil and you assumed that they were just good because they're your superior, would you obey your superior and assassinate yourself? Yeah, would you assassinate yourself because you're evil? No. No, we're not. Why not? Why not? You got an answer for this guy? I don't know. I don't know why he wouldn't assassinate himself, but I can know why I wouldn't assassinate myself. Okay, well, are you evil? You kill people for a living, and you just blindly obey your superiors who tell you that they're evil, and that they, your superiors, are good, and you are an instrument of good against evil. But in the end, you're just as evil as the man and woman you're killing. Because you have no idea whether your superiors are good or bad, and they probably aren't good. Well, like I said, I know that I would not assassinate myself. And Doc, I don't even understand your psychology here, because honestly, I don't feel any better. I don't feel healed. I feel more confused than I've ever felt before. I don't know. I don't think I would assassinate myself. I don't think you would either. Tell me why. Because no matter what I do, there's still something in me that feels like I'm a good person.